Hello again, my name is Gabe Zolna. I attached a link in one of my recent videos in regard to Justice Roberts. And I wanted to read what I think is important with respect to Ireland and their adoption procedures. I'm going to attach the link all by itself, so for those of you that want to read it in detail, please feel free to do so. I'm just going to give you some of the highlights. Ireland is not part of the Hague Convention on Protection of Children and Cooperation in respect of inter-country adoption, Hague Adoption Convention. Therefore, when the Hague Adoption Convention entered into force for the United States on April the 1st, 2008, inter-country adoption proceedings for Ireland did not change. That's important. Ireland is not considered a country of origin in inter-country adoption. There are a few children eligible for adoption in Ireland, with a long waiting list of Irish prospective adoptive parents. Most inter-country adoptions in Ireland are by legal residents of Ireland who adopt in third countries. Only 4 Irish orphans have received U.S. immigrant visas in the past fiscal 5 years. The information provided is intended primarily to assist in rare adoption cases from Ireland, including adoption of Irish children by relatives in the United States, as well as adoptions from third countries by Americans living in Ireland. Now, here's a couple of points that are really, I think, important. Residency requirements. You must be ordinarily resident in Ireland and must have resided in Ireland for at least 1 year before the date of making of the adoption order. Age requirements. There is also a minimum age limit for adoptions. You must be at least 21 years of age if the child is not a relative. If the child is to be adopted by the natural father and mother or relative of the child, only one of you must have attained the age of 21. It goes on and talks about additional requirements, marriage requirements, religious requirements, suitability, etc., etc. But the key is, in order to adopt Irish children, you must have resided in Ireland for a minimum of 1 year. I don't believe the Roberts did that. This is the hold that I believe that Obama has on Justice Roberts, which is why Justice Roberts dances to Obama's tunes. Read the rest of the article and decide for yourself. Does it matter? Well, it sort of matters because it shows you how easily the government can manipulate and corrupt the system to achieve its own objectives. Something else I don't understand. We hear all this news about the information from Lois Lerner being hidden or being destroyed, and the information about the Hillary Rodham Clinton's server having disappeared and being destroyed. Well, how is that at all possible when NSA captures every single keystroke of everyone's computer, every single keystroke of everyone's cell phone, every single conversation that anyone and everyone makes in this country? How is it possible that none of that information on the IRS, having done what they did to those conservative groups through Lois Lerner? You know why it's being hidden? Because they would prove that this administration ordered the IRS to go after those 187 conservative groups the way they did. Information can't be selectively made to disappear. It's either there or it's not there. And it should be there. The same applies to the Benghazi information. All that information must have been captured by NSA. Are you sort of getting the picture? Are you sort of seeing how we're constantly lied to? how we're treated like mushrooms, kept in the dark, and fed crap. Read the attached link. You'll find it to be most interesting. Scary. Real scary.